Set your alarm, aren't you hungry?
The patients on My 600 Pound Life eat some of the craziest meals ever seen on TV, and in this video we're going to break down the most insane, looking at the calories, cost and more, starting with James B, the man who is addicted to getting food deliveries. James's story was in season 10 of the show, and he weighs in at a staggering 625 pounds, which
Damn!
come as a surprise when you see what he orders
That's like 3 or 4 people.
in for his breakfast. Obviously, I'm not American, but from the order he places, it sounds like he's ordering from IHOP, and he shares how excited he gets when he orders food.
The amount of stuff that you could get is just crazy, so I get excited.
Bro, why did we choose this camera angle?
The amount of stuff that you could get.
Like, alright, I'm wondering, did they set a camera up right here? Or is it a person down on the motherfucker?
It's just crazy, so I get excited. It's like the Super Bowl. You can get whatever you want now, you understand?
He lists off his massive order of food, which is just an insane amount for an entire family, let alone one man. Some of these items have been removed from the IHOP menu, so we'll be going with the closest item currently on their menu.
Alright, can I get the 2 slices of Steakhouse Premium Pancake? Can I get the Game Day Family Feast? Can I get the original French toast?
His first order of Steakhouse Premium Pancakes consists of 2 pancakes with smoked bacon pieces and caramel sauce, and he orders 2 of these. He then adds a Game Day Family Feast, which consists of 8 pancakes, 8 bacon strips, 4 servings of scrambled eggs, hash browns, and 8 sausage links. And he isn't done yet. He orders some original French toast and finally 2 slices of ham. In total, this mammoth breakfast comes to $84 and around 7,500 calories.
Damn. Hey, look, what do these people do for money, bro? Like, obviously, they not working nowhere. What the hell do they do for money?
And
to be able to afford this type of gluttony.
He hasn't even brushed his teeth yet. It seems hard to believe that it totals this many calories, but seeing the amount of food on the table in front of him shows the reality of the situation. The most shocking part about this is that he actually finishes every single item he orders and still wants more.
So when breakfast is over, then
Bro, that food gotta take at least an hour and a half to eat. Dog, that means he's sitting there eating for a good hour. Bro, that means he's working, dog, to eat. And that's probably what's making him more hungry. Cause that's work. Chewing that many times, you know what I'm saying? Constantly, nigga, that's work. After a while, I don't know, man.
You thinking about lunch. I do get full, but it's temporary. Then I'm already back on the phone, looking on what I'm gonna get for lunch.
Nigga, that's for everybody's only full temporarily. We all get hungry again.
Now, obviously James needs to change his eating habits quickly if he wants to lose weight, and my new
No, if he wants to live.
The Fat Loss Kitchen could be the key for him and anyone else looking to lose weight while not eating boring meals. Every single Friday, I will send you a recipe for one of these homemade, diet-friendly meals, all completely free. All you have to do is visit the link in my description or visit fatlosskitchen.com to get started. And James isn't the only patient with a big appetite for breakfast, as Dolly, who appeared in the same season, shocked viewers with the sheer amount of eggs she uses every single day. Dolly Martinez is someone my subscribers already know all about, as I've just released a video calling her the most immature patient ever on the show, and for good reason, after she moved into a drug den to avoid Dr. Now. But her diet is somehow even more shocking than that. She lives with her best friend Cheyenne, who to be honest could also be a star on the show, and this means that they both indulge each other's bad habits. So when Dolly asks for 15 eggs for breakfast, Cheyenne didn't bat an eyelid. Obviously, egg prices are insane at the moment in America, with a dozen eggs costing around $5.50. So on average, the amount of eggs alone probably cost her $7. To make matters worse, a single egg has around 70 calories in, and not even taking into account the oil she used for cooking, this is around 1,100 calories worth of egg. And she doesn't stop there, adding as much cheese as she could physically hold into her eggs. Obviously, there's no exact number here as she just gets a fistful, but let's be generous and say that that's 500 grams of cheddar cheese, which would be yet another 2,000 calories, bringing breakfast
And she probably eat that shit straight out the pan.
to 3,100 calories. It should come at no surprise then that when she's finally weighed, the scales show a staggering number.
Step down. We're gonna be going to room 5.
How did that happen? It's actually a lot more than I thought I was going to see.
Really? What you thought you was gonna see?
There's no way I gained that much. So that makes no sense. That's impossible unless my
Bro, chairs are strong.
skill at home must be wrong.
Somehow Dolly thinks that her diet couldn't have brought her to that weight, and Dr. Now was quick to explain how dangerous her situation had become.
All right, so you are 593 pounds, and you
No, because she said she didn't think she weighed that much. But she knew in her mind that she had to weigh a lot. So what was she thinking it was? 400 pounds, nigga? I ain't trying to be mean, but...
2.
Yes, sir.
So your BMI is 108. So that's a very high BMI. And your body is under
They
a
got this nigga straight off the Looney Tunes, didn't they?
lot of strain because of that.
And just like Dolly, Maya's body was under a lot of strain too, caused by her addiction to fast food drive-thrus. Maya appeared in season 7.
I ain't gonna lie, fast food is addictive, bro. I remember I got 5 guys like 3 days in a row. You know what I'm saying? And I looked at my face and my face started getting fat. I was like, whoa. Let me slow down on the 5 Guys burgers. So I was like, nah, I don't, you know what I'm saying? Because it's good. 5 Guys is good, bruh. You know what I'm saying? But I had to slow down on them because I just saw my face. I was like, so I gained weight in my face apparently, bruh. I was like, nah, I can't walk around with a fat face. I ain't had 5 Guys since, bruh. I might get them today.
Of the show.
No, I'm not.
And started her episode weighing over 600 pounds, and it's not hard to see how she got there. Because she's so large, despite being able to walk around and bathe herself, her boyfriend Christian needs to do pretty much everything else for her.
What's wrong with you, nigga?
This makes her...
I always question the boyfriends, right? I always wondered, why are you like encouraging this? Why is this okay for you?
Around and bathe herself, her boyfriend Christian needs to do pretty much...
Like, it's gotta be something wrong with you. You know what I'm saying?
everything else for her. This makes her attitude even more frustrating, as she lies to her boyfriend about where she goes during the day.
He doesn't know when I go to...
And she lying to him? Bro, and she's lying to him?
As she lies to her boyfriend about where she goes during the day.
She literally has no room to lie.
He doesn't know when I go to get food because I get dressed to go out and I tell him it's for errands. But it's a lie because the only thing I'm going to do is eat.
Maya lies to her boyfriend.
Bro, she talked about eating like it was cheating.
So
Duh, you gotta question where you at in life when you gotta lie about going out to eat. You know what I'm saying? She didn't say, I'm going out to cheat. She said, no, I'm going out to eat.
Doesn't feel judged and embarrassed about going to multiple drive-thrus. This may sound obvious, but I think it's quite clear that Christian knows she goes to the drive-thrus and just wants to keep the peace. In the car to the drive-thrus, Maya admits that sometimes she will go to 4 places in a row, which is more than most people will go to in an entire month, let alone in a single morning. Her first stop is McDonald's, and her order is mammoth to say the least.
Can I get 2 sausage burritos? A bacon, egg, and cheese, and a sausage muffin with egg.
So with her order of 2 sausage burritos, a bacon, egg, and cheese, and a sausage and egg muffin,
No, in her mind, this is eating light. You know what I'm saying? This is just a snack. 2 sausage burritos.
With her order of 2 sausage burritos, a bacon, egg, and cheese, and a sausage and egg muffin, this
light work.
Brings her calories to start her morning to around 1,200 and costs around $15. But this wasn't enough, and Maya isn't full yet.
There's no words for that feeling when you taste something you love. It's incredible.
It is a word for it. It's called dopamine.
But it feels like that meal is gone in a second. So I move on to the next things I'm craving.
Next, she pulls up to the Arby's drive-thru and puts through
Arby's.
Another massive order.
Can I get a beef and cheddar sandwich, jalapeno roast beef slider, and your ultimate BLT sandwich?
with the
See, these are things I never heard of.
beef and cheddar sandwich, a jalapeno roast beef slider, and an ultimate BLT sandwich, which by far has the most calories of any of her meals this morning, all confirmed. She digs in yet again. She decides to enter a spree of drive-thrus here, and finishes her morning having eaten 2,679 calories and having spent $31, which is probably enough to feed 2 or 3 people. I'm going to make a full video on Maya, as her addiction to food was so strong and her relationship with her family was made extremely difficult because of that. So make sure you listen to Dr.
Yeah, because she started off looking like a normal kid.
Relationship with her
A normal sized kid.
family was made extremely.
So it's gotta be something like emotional attached to it. Emotional, mental, psychological, spiritual. Like it's something more to it than just being addicted to fast food.
difficult.
Like it looked like her parents loved her. You know what I'm saying?
Because of that. So make sure you listen to Doctor now and subscribe to my channel.
I encourage everybody to subscribe to the Craig's YouTube channel and enjoy the video.
Damn, bro. He couldn't have made it more obviously. He was reading something.
Yes.
Now, although Maya hid her food addiction, Bethany was much more brazen about hers, as she has her children bring her a ridiculous amount of fast food to binge on. Bethany's episode starts with her saying she hates her life, and she's in constant misery. At 40 years old and over 600 pounds, she needs her 10-year-old daughter to help her get ready for the day. She has another 18-year-old daughter that does cook for her, and she does start by cooking her mother a breakfast of 3 eggs and some toast. This is just a normal breakfast, and obviously isn't too crazy. However, Bethany gets hungry during the making of this breakfast, so has a muffin and a bun.
I mean, for real, the daughter need to be careful for her damn self.
Bethany gets hungry during the
I'm saying, because at one point this had to be this. She didn't just turn out this, right? It was gradual steps. I'm pretty sure this was one of the steps right here. Man.
Making of this breakfast, so has a muffin and a bun and a packet of what looks like crackers before she has her breakfast. This is pretty tame.
Damn, bro, she looking at her daughter food too while she eating.
Bun and a packet.
You know what I'm saying, make sure you eat all that, because if you don't, I will, face ass.
Of what looks like crackers before she has her breakfast. This is pretty tame as far as 600-pound life breakfasts go though. And the real shocking meal comes later into her episode, as she orders a pizza feast, all for herself. When her daughters arrive home from school, they order a meal consisting of 2 pizzas and a massive box of multiple slices of garlic bread. I try and find
that's not so bad. 2 pieces, some garlic bread. That's enough to feed a family of 4. You know what I'm saying?
specific restaurant, but not being from America and my knowledge of the fast food chains over there being limited, we have to make some assumptions here. So it looks like 2 large mushroom and pepper pizzas, which would have around 3,000 to 4,000 calories in total. But what really takes the cake is the massive box of cheesy garlic bread she orders for basically all herself.
That's when food became this thing in life, like it is now, where I have to have it.
At my count, there's 15
No. This is about to be the thumbnail, nigga.
Thing in life, like it is now, where I have to have it.
Damn, it went by too fast. Hold on.
Herself.
That's when food became this thing in life, like it is now, where I have to have it.
It goes by too fast. But look at this picture though, dog. She has a full box of pizza and a full box of garlic bread, and she got the other box of pizza underneath. That's crazy. I thought this was for the family. This just for her ass.
Herself.
That's when food became this thing in life, like it is now, where I have to have it.
I tried, nigga. This is gonna be the thumbnail though.
At my count, there's 15 slices there, and at minimum 350 calories per slice, that totals up to 5,250 calories just on garlic bread. She does give a couple of slices of pizza and a slice of garlic bread to her daughters, but not too much. And it looks like...
No. Here we go with the camera angle again, bruh. Who are these camera people? Are they... Like, dog, no, but what I was about to say is... She only gave them 1 slice each, bro. That's fucked up. That's fucked up, bro. That's fucked up.
Slices of pizza and a slice of garlic bread to her daughters, but not too much. And it looks like it's safe to assume that she ate no less than 8,000 calories in this one meal. She does leave the crusts though, so maybe she saved some calories there.
The only thing that could help me escape it was food. So I was just eating my way through life at that time and gaining. So I put on another 100 pounds after that and got...
I put on another 100 pounds, like 100 pounds of just something you could just do. Look, dog, At some point, to get to this point, you have to say fuck it. That has to be going through your mind. You have to stop caring, dog. You don't just become this. They didn't even say how much she weighed yet, I don't think. But fuck it has to go through your mind at least once a day to become this.
Up to the 400s by the time I was 15.
Now, like Maya before Bethany, Karina also tries to hide her food habit, but in a very different way.
Hide it for what? Hide it what? You don't have nothing to hide at this point.
For Bethany,
shit, all you did was get out the bed and you already had a rough day.
Hundreds by the time I was 15.
Now, like Maya before Bethany, Karina also tries to hide her food habit, but in a very different way. Featuring in season 6 of the show, and much like the other stars, her first thought every morning is that she survived the night. Her following thought is wondering what she's going to have for breakfast, which is the sad reality of living with a deep food addiction. She lives with her parents, and the only time she leaves the house is to the grocery store with them, while being carried in the back of their people carrier. But she only does this so she knows her parents are going to...
Bro, I promise you she smell like piss. I ain't even trying to be funny. I seen these people in the grocery store. I've been in the same aisle with these people in the same exact predicament. And when they walk past, or matter of fact, she didn't walk past. When she scooped past, and you get that whiff, that smell, that just hit your nose in the most rude way, be like, God damn, piss, straight piss.
Buy what she wants from the store.
My parents have to drive me.
And look, she in the soda and chip aisle.
This so she knows her parents are going to buy what she wants.
You know what I'm saying? That's the snack aisle. Snacks on one side, soda on the other side.
From the store.
My parents have to drive me. And I sit in the back of the van on the floor. So they literally had to fold the seats in the van down, put a blanket on the floor.
As she's wheeled around the store, her parents do not question anything she wants. Ice cream, chips, cakes, and more, with nothing being off limits. Even though her parents don't question her meals and know she eats a...
She did the Birdman hand rub. No, I found the real thumbnail to this video.
With nothing being off limits. Even though her parents don't...
No. She really said... No, she really did that shit, man. You best believe she about to fuck all these pieces up.
Damn.
And though she eats a massive amount of food, she still attempts to hide her addiction. When her parents leave for the evening and go...
Hide it for what? Bro, that's what I understand. He just said her parents don't question nothing. They gotta roll her ass around the store and put the seats down in the car. What does she have to hide at this point?
Dinner, Karina allows herself to order even more food.
They had to leave the damn house, bro. They said let her eat in peace.
The evening and go to dinner, Karina allows herself to order even more food.
I have 2 medium pizzas with pepperoni and sausage, 1 order of cheese sticks, 24 honey chipotle wings, and the double chocolate chip brownie.
Delivery or carry out?
This will be for delivery. Thank you.
When the food arrives and is laid out on the bed, Karina rubs her hands together as she looks at the mountain of food in front of her. Starting with the medium pizzas, they probably have at minimum 2,500 calories in them each. And I'm not sure what restaurant she got them from, but if we go off the Papa John's menu, those 24 wings will have another 2,500 calories in them, the majority of the calories coming from the sauce they are in. She tops the meal off with a brownie, with one square having 250 calories, so another 2,250 calories there, and a garlic bread, which is at minimum 1,000 calories. So in this absolute feast, she will devour around 8,250 calories, which explains how her weight has ballooned to this size, and has now meant that her bed needs to be held up with cinder blocks.
No. She really enjoyed this bite, bro. Look at the satisfaction, dog.
Her weight has ballooned to this size.
She wanted to close her eyes so bad, but she remembered she was on camera.
And has now meant that her bed needs to be held up with cinder blocks.
It makes me feel warm and good inside, if only for a short while. But I'm afraid that one day I'm just gonna need too much. I'm probably gonna die from a heart attack, or I'm gonna...
And she know, bro, what's with this camera angle, bro?
Suffocate. But
my thing is, these people know that this doesn't end well, but they still do it anyway, bro. It has to be addiction. That's the only explanation. It's no way you know you something that's gonna kill you. You keep doing it.
I can't stop myself.
This somehow wasn't as big as the next patient's meal though, which actually was so large it made headlines in the news. In season 11 of the show, we met Chris, whose legs are so fat that they push against each other, meaning he can barely stand up. Despite this, he can take care of himself and do most daily tasks, which includes making his own breakfast.
My weight makes it challenging to cook the kind of breakfast that I want. Because of the weight and the fat in between my legs, I can't stand up straight, so they're constantly pushing apart, which makes it really uncomfortable.
Bro, his own body is fighting itself, bro. Like I said, you don't just get to this point out of nowhere. This gradually happens over time. Dog, your own body is fighting against itself. That should be enough to be like, it's time to change something. Dog.
Stand in the kitchen for a long period of time, so I actually have to sit on a cooler that I sit on when I cook.
This is the scene which made headlines and led to comments such as, "This is my food for an entire week," and honestly, it isn't an exaggeration. Now, it's pretty impossible to track the calories of this meal as he just has a pan full of bacon, another massive pan full of scrambled eggs, sausages in the oven, and of course cheese to melt on top. Chris puts all of these ingredients into a breakfast burrito, of which he makes 12. 12 whole breakfast burritos.
Them hoes probably fire too. Straight out the pan. You know what I'm saying? No. They probably good. I ain't gonna lie. He probably hooked them hoes up.
Smothered in sauce.
I make the meal with my stomach, not with my brain, so I have a really big meal. And when I start eating, as soon as I hit that first bite, I eat it all. I call it going red. I can't stop.
He doesn't even take these burritos to a table and prefers to eat them at the kitchen bench to allow him to devour them quicker. Although Chris didn't eat a healthy meal, at least he made an effort to cook his food, which can't be said about Holly, who decided on the day before her weigh-in at the doctor's office, she would order a greasy Chinese meal. Now, there's not really an insane amount of food here. Well, maybe it is for the average person, but the real craziness comes from the timing of her decision to get this Chinese food, which is obviously extremely high in fat, oil, and salt.
Since we just moved in, we're not really set up to cook. So we're ordering delivery from places around here a lot until we can get some pots and pans and stuff to cook with. But Ray said he's gonna look for a job tomorrow and he'll get all that while he's out and we can start prepping healthy meals.
Holly uses the excuse that she's just moved into her home and she can't afford pots and pans. But looking at the size of her Chinese order, surely that could have been swapped for something healthy and bought some pans to cook with. So she has a massive Chinese meal on the night, knowing full well in the morning she's going for her weigh-in with the doctor.
They all got the same doctor?
But she has a goal to lose 50 pounds.
Bro, where are these people? Are they all in the same location? Dog.
And that goes about as well as you're expecting.
Damn. Bro, don't look at me like you didn't know. Like this was a surprise. No.
Expecting.
No, bruh. The scale is right. We both see it. You knew that bitch was gonna say that.
I'm really upset and I don't understand why my progress isn't that good. So I'm shocked and confused and nervous to hear what Dr. Now is gonna say.
She doesn't lose as much weight as Dr. Now was expecting, which caused him to question why she values food and chocolate over living. This led to one of his angriest moments, and if you want to see the rest of Dr. Now's angriest moments, click the video that's...
Man, who is this doctor? Who is this nigga, bro? Let me see what y'all talking about in the comments, man. Taking a food addict to the grocery store is like taking an alcoholic to the liquor store. Until he see them prices. You know what I'm saying? Bottom shelf shorted. Game day family feast for one person is diabolical. Work like that irony is flabbergasting. That first IHOP order would be way too much for my entire 7-person multi-generational household. I remember being obese knowing what I was doing was unhealthy, but the mind is amazing at creating excuses for me to deserve a treat. Or some nonsense. It's hard to break free from that thinking. Making the right choices and losing weight is simple, but simple doesn't mean easy. Yeah, that's true. Obesity is not just a physical disease, it's an emotional and mental. 15 eggs, bro, when did you decide a dozen wasn't enough? That is funny. When it didn't fill up the pan, I guess. I don't know. How on earth did they afford to make these orders over and over again? That's what I'm questioning, bro. Where do the funds come from for them to be able to eat like this? I don't know. I guess we'll find out this month when they cut off that EBT, you know what I'm saying? But look, man, y'all like the video. LIKE, like the video. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Y'all be safe. I'm out.
Bruh, you recording?